What's up, guys? Recently I was talking to my students about how you can 10x, 10 times the speed at which you get better at Jiu Jitsu. And what I told them was it's all about tapping. Tapping early, tapping often. Hang on, take a sip of tea. That's good. When you go into into your training with a mindset of, I'm not tapping. I'm not tapping to this guy, to any girl, to any person. When it comes to your training, you will find that your progress is slow. When you go in with the mindset of, I'm not tapping, you are most often rigid, tense. You're exerting a lot of energy and effort because you are desperate not to be tapped. You are desperate not to submit. You are most often fighting for dear life to avoid the indignity, the shame of this. Avoiding that indignity, avoiding that shame, and of course I'm using those terms in the lightest possible meaning, will lead your progress to stall, or at the very least become very slow, become very incremental. It will slow to a crawl. Jiu-Jitsu, more than any other martial art, grappling art, is about relaxation, is about flow, is about ease, is about creativity. And creativity doesn't happen when there is tension, doesn't happen when you are forcing things. Creativity happens in a state of ease, happens in a state of relaxation. When you go into your jiu-jitsu training with this mindset of, I'll tap to anybody at any time, at any place, it doesn't mean anything to me. When you go into your jiu-jitsu training with this mindset, you will find that your progress in the art skyrockets. This is because when you're relaxed, you are, first of all, far less likely to get hurt and get injured. When you're tense, when you're rigid, when you're fighting with all your might not to get that armbar sunk in, let that person sink in the armbar so that you have to tap, you leave yourself far more prone to injury. When you're relaxed, when you're at ease, your body is fluid and loose, you're far more protected, far more insulated from getting hurt. Now, when you throw the issue of getting hurt out of the window, you can allow yourself to go even more deeply into more dangerous, more challenging positions. You can hang out in these positions longer. And the longer you spend in these positions, maybe you're getting tapped, maybe you're not getting tapped, maybe you're getting tapped over and over and over again in the same position. The longer you spend in these positions, these dangerous, challenging positions, the more you learn about them, the more you learn about yourself in them, the more you learn about what your opponent needs to do in them to finish you. In short, the better you get at defending these positions, at understanding these positions. And that's all because you're relaxed, and you're relaxed because you don't care about getting tapped. And you know that because you're not gonna fight to not get tapped, you're even less likely to get hurt. So it all sort of feeds into itself. This idea of relaxation. Relaxation allows you to go more deeply into challenging positions, spend longer there, understand these positions better, and then correspondingly your ability to survive, your jiu-jitsu skill will increase. I'll reiterate it. When you're tense, when you're rigid, when you're fighting not to get tapped, you are so focused on denying your opponent, your training partner, the privilege of tapping you, that your awareness of your environment, of the position you're in, of the submission they're trying to apply, the openings, the opportunities for escape, all of these things pass you by because your entire focus is on rigidity, refusal, denial of the tap. Now, I will caveat all of this with saying that this kind of training has its place. For me, it's probably 70% of the time I'm going into my maybe even 80% of the time I'm going into my jiu-jitsu training with this easy, I'll tap to anybody anytime mindset. Sometimes you have to go 100% hell for leather, show 'em who's boss, just to test yourself in these dangerous crucible-like positions where it's do or die. Sometimes, very infrequently. That mindset really needs to be saved for the competition arena. That's where you give it everything. Sometimes I'll do it in my training, but I won't do it that often because, as I've said, A, I'm leaving myself prone to injury when I'm really tense and rigid and fighting really hard, and B, I'm not learning. Even as a black belt, I'm always, you know, I practice jiu-jitsu now primarily because I just love the art. I love the science of it. I love the art of it, and I want to just keep getting better. I want my understanding of it to get deeper and deeper and deeper. And this is true for even the most fundamental positions, the most basic positions. Your understanding of them on a sort of instinctive level, let alone the intellectual level, can always get deeper and deeper and deeper. It's almost infinite. But this is only achieved in a state of relaxation. And many esteemed practitioners and coaches have talked about this. Gary Tonin, John Danaher, they've all talked about the importance of this. Hicks and Gracie, of course. So again, go into the majority of your mat training, of your training at the club, with the mindset of I will tap to anybody, anywhere, at any time, and it's all like clouds passing through the sky. The taps, they come and they go, and I just keep rolling, keep learning, absorbing the information, going deeper and deeper into the position without fear of the tap, without fear of getting injured, because I am relaxed, I'm giving it away. Now, I will also say, I tap when it's a legitimate reason to tap. I don't tap if there's nothing there. If the person's got me in a chokehold and there's no choke, I'll only tap if I feel like there is a choke coming on. I won't let it carry on too long. But if I feel like they've got it in pretty deep, and if I let it carry on, I will go out. I will tap way in advance of that. I will tap early. I don't want to tap to just anything, because that's not doing anybody any favors either. I'm not doing myself any favors because I'm not understanding the true nature of the position or the hold, and I'm not doing my partner any favors because I'm not letting them know when their techniques are legit, when there is legitimacy to their technique. So I will tap when I feel like there is a genuine threat only, but I will tap super early, and I will allow myself to get, again, deeper and deeper into these positions that I'm unfamiliar with, and in the early stages of that kind of training, I'm going to get tapped a lot. And I'm going to get tapped by blue belts, white belts even, because I'm allowing myself to get into these really unfamiliar positions, and I'm letting them get deeper and deeper with their submission hold so that I can really understand it. But I tap way before I feel like there's any danger to my joints or any danger of passing out or any danger of any injury. And in so doing, my ability to then understand and get better at defending and surviving the position increases rapidly, far more rapidly than if I go into my training with a refusal to let people tap me.